Daniel never thought of himself as superstitious. He worked long hours at a marketing firm, spent weekends with his dog, and liked quiet neighborhoods where he could just shut the world out. When he found the two-bedroom rental on Ashwood Lane, it seemed perfect, cheap, close to work, and tucked away from the chaos of downtown. But on the day he moved in, he noticed the house across the street. It was larger than the others, maybe a century old, its wooden frames sagging and its roof dark with mold. All the windows were covered with heavy curtains, except the top floor where cracked blinds hung at odd angles. The porch sagged under the weight of years of neglect, and weeds climbed the steps like they were trying to swallow the place whole. What unsettled Daniel wasn't its decay, it was the way the neighbors acted about it. The man next door, a cheerful retiree named Frank, helped him carry a few boxes inside. When Daniel asked casually, "What's the story with the house across the street?" Frank's smile faltered. He shrugged quickly, muttered, "Best not to worry about that place," and changed the subject. The next morning, he brought it up with the mailwoman. She froze mid-step, then said, "Nobody lives there. Don't go near it," before hurrying off. By the end of his first week, Daniel realized that not a single person on the block ever parked near the house, walked past it, or even looked at it for more than a second. It was like everyone had agreed, silently, to erase it from existence. But Daniel couldn't. Every night, from his living room window, he'd catch himself staring at it. Empty, dead, just a house, he told himself, just wood and nails. Until the light appeared. It was close to midnight when he saw it, a faint yellow glow in the upstairs window. It flickered, like a candle fighting to stay alive. Daniel froze, the hair on his arms rising. He blinked, thinking maybe he imagined it. But no, the light stayed. The next night, it was there again, flickering, moving. By the third night, Daniel couldn't stop himself. He crossed the street. The air felt different on the porch, heavy and stale, as if no breeze dared to pass through. The front door was locked, but the wood was rotted. A firm push, and it creaked open. The smell hit him first, mold, dust, and something metallic, like old blood. His phone flashlight cut through the darkness, illuminating the peeling wallpaper and warped floorboards. The silence was suffocating. Upstairs. The light was upstairs. Step by step he climbed the staircase, each groan of the wood echoing through the empty house. When he reached the landing, he froze. The flickering glow seeped from the crack under the farthest door. He pushed it open. Inside was a small bedroom, and in the center, on the floor, sat a candle. Wax had dripped into a hardened pool, as if it had been burning for hours. But there was no one there. Daniel crouched, staring at the candle. It sputtered once, then went out, plunging the room into darkness. His breath caught. Then, behind him, a whisper. He spun around, the phone light swinging wildly, but the room was empty. His chest pounded, breath coming fast. He stumbled back down the stairs and ran out into the night. From his window at home, he stared at the house, trying to make sense of what happened. The upstairs blinds shifted, just slightly, as if someone was watching him. He told himself he imagined it, but the next night the candlelight returned, stronger, this time in 2 windows. He called Frank, his neighbor. "I saw lights," he said, "in the house across the street. I think someone's in there." Silence. Then Frank said, "Daniel, don't go back. Don't look at it anymore. and he hung up. But Daniel couldn't. Every night, the lights grew brighter. Sometimes shadows moved across the windows, shapes, tall, thin, watching. One night, as he stood at his own window, his phone buzzed. A notification. One new photo. Confused, he opened it. His stomach dropped. It was a picture of him standing at his window, taken from inside the house across the street. His heart slammed in his chest. He dropped the phone, stumbling back. A moment later, the lights in the house all went out at once. The street plunged into silence. That night, he barely slept. Every creak of his own house made him flinch. By morning, he convinced himself it was a prank. Some squatters, maybe. Kids. He'd go to the police. But before he could, another notification buzzed. This time, a video. Shaking, he pressed play. The camera moved slowly through the darkened halls of the abandoned house, up the stairs toward the same bedroom. The candlelight flickered in the center, and then the camera turned, facing the window, facing him. The last frame showed Daniel asleep in his bed. His phone slipped from his hand, clattering to the floor. His chest tightened. He spun around toward his bedroom door. It was open, and from the hallway, he heard the soft scrape of bare feet on the floor, moving closer.